on, stand by, stand by, stand by, stand by. Hi everybody, it's me. I've just released a brand new ebook called Hot for Holidays. It's the second version, more next level vegan recipes for a festive feast. It's available now at the link in the description, and it's got 12 incredible recipes for you to create a tasty, scrumptious, all plant-based feast for the holidays. I've got soft sugar cookie snowballs, turkey drumsticks made out of seitan and hearts of palm with a yuba skin, this potato pave with béarnaise sauce, a vegetable biscuit pot pie, stuffing bread loaf, a tourtière, which is a French-Canadian meat pie, and so many other recipes. Today I'm going to show you how to make the smoked Gouda Habanero cheese dip. This idea I did not make up, but I did modify it. I saw it on TikTok on my For You page. It was a recipe that wasn't vegan by a guy named John33. Never seen him, never heard of him. Said this was modeled after a Whole Foods recipe. I've never seen it, but again, his was not vegan. So I have veganized it and modified it slightly. It is so heckin' delicious. This is gonna be your favorite thing of all time. You're gonna wanna serve this for the holidays, whether that be Thanksgiving, Christmas, or both, maybe New Year's also, then maybe Valentine's Day. It's gonna become a staple. It's just so friggin' delicious and addictive. So let's get into how to make my vegan smoked Gouda Habanero cheese dip. You gotta let your vegan cream cheese soften to room temperature. Ideally, it can be still a little more firm than that, but you're just gonna have to squish it a lot. Get everything else chopped up. So you are going to shred an 8-ounce pack of smoked Gouda cheese, vegan cheese. This is the Follow Your Heart brand. It's already in slices, so you hold the whole stack and you grate it until it's all finely grated. Maybe you can find a smoked Gouda block and do the same thing, but slices work perfectly fine. You're gonna finally chop 4 green onions. You're gonna chop up 1 or 2 habanero peppers, de-seed them, use gloves, otherwise, I don't know, I don't like chopping hot peppers with bare hands because it lasts for days, the burning sensation. I'm using 1 habanero. If you want it to be a little spicier, you can do 2. So I would say 1 is for mild. And then finally chop up cilantro. You can leave this out if you want, but it makes it really good. I know there are people who don't like cilantro and can't have it. Now to your softened vegan cream cheese, you're going to add vegan mayonnaise, as well as lime juice, and then salt, pepper, and a little bit of smoked paprika. Mix this all together until it's well combined with a spatula. Then throw in your shredded cheese and your chopped onions, habanero, and cilantro. I like to use a gloved hand to mix this all together. That way I can squish any hard bits of the cream cheese that didn't get softened and just really get it well mixed together. Now this is best made 1 day in advance, just so all the flavors really mash up together. So you can just refrigerate this until you're ready for serving. Just cold or kind of room temperature. I like serving it with water crackers, and it's so delicious just on its own. I'm so addicted to it. What I didn't tell you is that this dip can be served 2 other ways. So you can take all of the dip that's cold, just like as is, and then put it in a glass baking dish. Cover it with foil because vegan cheese needs to kind of steam to melt. Put it in the oven at 375, covered with foil, for about 20 to 25 minutes. Remove the foil and then broil it on high for about 5 minutes. Just watch it closely until it's all gooey, ooey, gooey, ooey like this. It tastes the same, it's a different textural experience. Something pops out a little bit more, maybe the acidity because it's heated. Both ways are good. And then I didn't actually test this in advance, I just thought it might work. It's like the baked brie kind of thing in puff pastry. So you have to make sure your puff pastry is thawed in the fridge overnight, and then get a lined baking sheet. Sometimes you need to take the sheets and just roll them out a little bit thinner so you have enough surface area to work with. So I unfolded 2 sheets, flattened them just a little bit. I put all of the cheese dip on top of one of the sheets and formed it into a little thick kind of circle. Then I thought I would add pecans and vegan honey on top. And then you take the second sheet and put that over top of the cheese and gently drape it, and then kind of press the edges down, molding the pastry around the cheese dip that's inside. And then I cut with a pizza cutter around the edge, leaving about 1 inch so that I could press around with a fork to seal the edges. And now you have quite a bit of extra puff pastry here, so this isn't normally my thing to get all decorative like this, but it's cute and it worked, so I cut out like 5 leaves and a little center. And then I used just some soy milk as my egg wash, put that over top of the pastry dome, and then kind of glued my leaves on and then brushed it again. I trimmed the edge just a little bit more so it was nice and tight there. It's already been transferred onto the baking sheet with the parchment, but I popped it in the oven at 450 for about 20 to 22 minutes until it was nice and golden brown. Now it looks like it worked. Here is the moment of truth, opening up this baked vegan smoked Gouda Habanero cheese dip. All right, well, that turned out freaking amazing. I mean, do you even need to eat this with anything? I'm just gonna take chunks of it and eat it with the pastry. You probably want bread with this. I didn't buy any bread in advance. I'm gonna frickin' keel over. Oh my God, with the honey on it. I leveled up my own recipe. I mean, that's what I do, but like I leveled it up in real time with no test. Okay, my work here is done. I can retire. You know what would be freaking sick? If you could buy that in the frozen section. Take it home, heat it up. I will literally transport you to heaven. So there you have it. Vegan smoked Gouda Habanero cheese dip 3 ways. Now that I've eaten this third version with the puff pastry, I would just go right to that version. If you want to make a smaller one, this is pretty big. I used all the dip to do that. You could do half, you could serve like half in a jar cold and then maybe make a small version of this with less pastry. Anyway, you can work that out. Oh my God. I'm just gonna stand here and eat this and just like be the most happy person I've ever been. I cannot believe how good that is. Okay, that's it for me. Get the new ebook now at the link in the description. It's $12 for 12 epic recipes for a festive feast.